So today I have for you a really nice warm-up which focuses on opening the hips and strengthening the hip flexors, which is so important for all of our external rotation. Every time you want to be able to lift a leg or throw a leg or hold a leg out to the side, you need to be engaging your glutes, adductors, and using that rotation. So we can't train for flexibility unless we also have the strength to back it up, and this targets some of those areas. So there are 8 of most things. I am going to do my plies just, using my arms for balance. If you want to grab a chair, then go and get a chair or line yourself up with a bench. And after warming up, standing and dynamically, we're going to do some seated stretching. So you'll need enough space to be able to sit in a straddle or to be able to lie full length on the floor and have a little bit of leg swing action. Excuse the lovely thick merino socks. It's freezing downstairs, and I know that if I put the heater on, I'll be a sweaty mess in 10 minutes. If you would like to use a resistance band, you certainly can, because we're going to be using our arms in our plie combination. You can use a band. Find a band. Oops. All right. Got my band. Mine's got a loop in one end, but don't let that stop you. You can use a band simply enough to engage your arms this way by standing with your arms pushing back instead of in a soft ballet position, or you can take it behind your head and use it to pull your arms into a really nice alignment and engage across the back of your shoulders. So this is probably going to depend on your individual preference. If you have a bit of a tendency to slump forwards, then it's probably a great idea to use your band to open and use the muscles in your back to pull your shoulder blades back together against the resistance of the band. If you find that you tend to dump forwards a little bit in your lower back and sit with a sway back position, and again, apologies for all the layers, freezing, then you might want to take the band behind your back and bring it forwards underneath your elbows so that you're using more pectoral engagement to hold that closed position. So what I might do, take the knot out of my band to make it a little bit longer, because that's a bit unforgiving. I might pop the band in front of me when I'm working in parallel, and then pop it behind me when I'm working in first position. So we're going to start with 8 demi-plies in parallel, and then go through bend, rise, stretch, lower, bend, rise, stretch, lower. So we're working through the muscles of the feet. I can't undo my knot. Yes, I can. We're working through the muscles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the thighs, and keeping our core engaged the entire time. My favorite body part ever. All right, I'm going to take my hoodie off before I get started with the expectation that I will soon be warm. Might be futile, but we'll have a go. All right. I've got my notes here in front of me, so if I'm looking down, it's because I have my faithful notebook with my combos. Let's get started. Okay, you can see me. I've got my feet parallel. I'm going to keep my band in front of me and my arms extended, so I have a bit of engagement. I just wrap those around my thumbs. I'm always a little bit paranoid about these, like flicking back. Not the most coordinated person. But I've got tension there, and I'm thinking of pulling across my back and pulling my shoulder blades together and down my spine. Let's go. 8 demi-plies. Bend and stretch. Bend. Nice and easy. 3, 4. Keep your straight alignment. 5. Heels stay down. 6, 7, and 8. We're going to bend, rise, stretch, lower, bend, rise, stretch, lower. Engage your glutes, that means your butt. Okay, keep that nice and tight, and keep your band tight across the front as well. 5, perhaps 6. If you do an extra one, it won't kill you. 7, and 8. Stretch, lower. Okay, take a second, shake out your shoulders. Just rises. Oh, that's nice and easy. As you rise, you're going to breathe up with your arms, take the resistance off, and then lower back down again. Here we go. 8 and lower. 7 and lower. 6 and lower. Keep the ankles together. 5, 4, 3 more. Keep your tummy in, ribs down. 2 more, ribs down. 1 more. Last one. Okay, repeat all of that but in first position. So, shoulders out. If you don't want to use the band, don't. Okay, chuck it and just hold your arms out nicely, keeping the ribs tucked down into your abdomen. If you want that little bit of extra challenge, put a little bit of tension on your band. I'm all about laziness, so I'm trying to work out the most things in the least amount of time. Feet in first position. Pick your insteps up, try and engage through the midsection of the foot. We go 8 demi-pliés. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, not my favorite thing ever. 5, pec strong. 6, oh, I lift my heels. 7 and 8. Bend, rise, stretch, lower. Stretch, lower. Bend. Try and get all the way up onto your 3/4 point. Keep your backside tucked forwards. If you need to hold on to something for extra stability, do that rather than compromise your posture. 4 more. 3 more. Approximately. Oh, lost my balance. 2 more. 1 more. My head's going in and out. I'm so sorry. There we go. 1 more. And rise. 1, 2. I'm going to bring my arms down. 4, and take them back up. 6, 7, and 8. Shake out. Alrighty, we're going to extend the right leg. So I'll extend my left leg like a mirror. Extend, swivel, swivel, stretch. Swivel, swivel, stretch. Swivel, swivel, stretch. That's 3. And 4. Keep it low. And 6. And 7. And 8. And change legs. Okay, just start at 45. Bring it up to 90 if you're feeling it. Keep it at 45 if you're not. Try and think stability through the leg that you're standing on. So pushing that leg, that foot, the ball of that foot down into the floor. Open out, swivel, swivel, extend. Swivel, swivel, extend. Soft knee, strong ankle. 4, 5, 6. I'd really like to spot at something that's not moving. 7 and 8. Have a little shake. Let me check my next thing. Okay, we're going to transfer the weight through low second position. So, extend, drop into second, low plie, point, extend. Okay, so let's just keep it blocked out so that we get precise positioning. Extend, second, heels forwards, come up, extend. Tap down, up, extend. Down, 4 more. Keep your butt forwards, pelvis tucked under. Oh, I lifted my heels, sorry. Concentrate on one thing, everything else goes out the window. Okay, now we're going to combine those two ideas. So you swivel, extend, transfer coming forward so that you can tap the ground and all the way back up. Okay, transfer, come forwards, swivel, swivel, extend, plie, and up. Swivel, swivel, extend, plie, and up. Swivel, extend, plie, and up. Swivel, extend, plie, and up. Keep going. Swivel, extend, plie, and up. Swivel, extend, plie, and up. Two more. Swivel, extend, plie, and up. Swivel, lost my balance. Up you come, well done. Shake it off. My shoulders don't like that. They're telling me that I'm concentrating a lot. All right, in second position, I'm going to take a plie with a forward bend, stretch and open, and then twist our right leg in. So we're engaging our adductors, forward bend, left and forward bend. So that's going to look like this. A plie with forward bend, down, open up, twist and forward bend, and up, twist and forward bend, and up. I just use my right leg. This time I'll use my left leg first so that you can mirror. Obviously it doesn't matter which leg you use first because we're doing it on both sides. So take your second a little bit wider than you would usually. As you come forwards, we've got this kind of tucked position, and then you get to drop through that. So you're really challenging through the whole hip joint and opening through each side to get that open pelvis feeling. Then when you come up, you're closing in one side and you're coming as far forward as you can, putting your chest onto that inverted thigh. And then you're engaging to turn out from the tip, from the top of the leg or the hip, not the tip. That's telling me that I need a drink. Okay. Here we go, second position. Wide stance, arms up, deep plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Engage, turn out, engage, turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Engage, turn out, engage, turn out. 1, 2, look at the ground. 3, 4. Engage, turn out, engage, turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Engage, turn out, engage. 4 more. Try and feel loose through your hips. Engage, engage. 2 more. 3, 4. Engage. Last one. All the way down. Flop forwards. Whoop. And up. And my shoulders are telling me I'm touchy. All right, lunge to sit and circle. When we sit, here I am in my lunge, turning out. Be really careful that you can put that elbow in front. If your knee is facing to the front a lot, then you might need to make sure that you go one hand behind you because you're going to want to travel backwards. If possible, try and keep 2 hands in front of you. And I use that knee for a little bit of leverage. So when I sit down, I can control the speed that I sit down with. I'll just change my angle so you can see what I'm doing. Lunge. There's my leverage with my shoulder touching my knee. And that helps me to control how quickly I hit the ground. When I come back up, same thing. I'm working through my long leg, my right leg. Pushing energy through that heel. Rolling up, put your hands on the ground if you need to, and give yourself a little helping hand up. Okay, I feel like I can take my socks off now. I'm getting warmer. It's really just like one very long how to get warm, take your clothes off session. Okay, starting in a wide second position. Take your lunge over to your right side. I'm going to my left. Sit down. Come on up. Return to the other side. Lunge. Sit down. Come on up. Return. If you need to use your hands, then use them. come on up, return, lunge, sit down, come on up, return. Okay, we're adding a movement on. So we're going to lunge, sit down, circle and lift, back to our sit, and come up. Lunge, sit down, circle around, sit, return. Lunge, sit down, cross your long leg, lift up, return up. One more, lunge, sit down, across your long leg, and come on back up. Ooh, nice job. Okay, from there you can sit down in your straddle. Doesn't need to be a full side split, just needs to be comfortable. Ideally your back is straight, so you're not sitting this way. This is bad and we don't want it. If you're sitting like this, then you either need to bring your legs in a little bit so you can sit up, or elevate your tailbone so you can sit up. It really depends where the tightness is. If you're feeling tight through your lower back, down here near your butt, sit up on something so that you're tilting your pelvis into a more neutral position. If you're feeling like you've got tightness through the tops of your legs, put a couple of blocks behind you to remind you to keep your pelvis tilted and engage. So one thing's more of a short tendons, like muscles feeling tight issue. That's when you sit up on a block and you try and get your pelvis to come to that neutral position. Ugh. If it's more about feeling like you can't get your legs that close to your body, you kind of need to push your pelvis into the right spot and show your muscles where you want your body to be. So putting something behind you can help. Or putting your back right up against a wall. Okay, so snuggling up to your wall, really pressing your tailbone into the wall, and then thinking you're pressing your spine into the wall above that, not letting the middle of your back hit harder, but keeping your upper ribs and your shoulder blades on the wall. And then you can come into your straddle. So if you want wall space, do that. If you need something to sit on, either a nice thick book. Cushion isn't so ideal because it's not a stable support. That's something rigid. Or if you need something behind you to prop you and remind your body to engage, just sort out your engineering. So I forget to engage. I get a little bit lazy and slouch back. You can see the position in my pelvis. So I'm putting blocks behind my backside to remind me to sit up and stay on top. Keep the bowl from tipping in either direction. We are going to, from here, excuse me, circle towards the front leg, rolling onto that front hip. Oh, okay. Legs this way, circling towards your front leg. And can you see that? I've moved the wrong way. You need to see this foot turn. Here I go, circling towards my front leg again, sorry. Circle, roll, circle back, come up. Circle, roll, circle, come up. Tip, roll forwards, roll back, come up. Tip, roll forwards, roll back, come up. I'm just going to turn away and do this facing away from you as well, in case you're getting confused by the way my legs are twisting. So, straddle, okay. Tipping over to one side. I'm going to twist my right leg, so it's like I'm coming into a front split, and that hip is lifting off the floor. Put it back down and lift up. Tip over, roll. Put it down, come up. So it's like I think of putting my knee on the floor. Tip over, put my knee on the floor, put my knee pointing to the ceiling, come up, tip over, knee on the floor, knee to the ceiling, and up. Okay, so we want a total of 8, so hopefully you did 4 facing me, 4 facing away. If not, you can just continue while I tell you what's going to happen next. We're going to side bend and come straight up, okay, loosening our hips. Then we're going to side bend, contract, stretch, and come back up, okay? So 8 flops from side to side, not flops, with control. And then 8 flop, contract. Now, it doesn't matter if you only lift your knee like an inch off the floor. That's awesome. That's engagement. All we really want right now is engagement. So whether you can get your leg up here, because you're super flexy, or whether you just get like your kneecap to twitch, whatever is completely fine. Okay, you've got to work with your own body in your own limits and with your own range. So come up onto your pelvis, set your blocks up behind you or underneath you if you need the elevation. Lift up and over, come straight, and over, come straight. Try and release as you drop, release as you drop. 4 more, 3 more. Keep your arms as long as you can. 2 more, and 1 more. Okay, now over, hold it there, contract, push down, come up, and over, contract, push down, come up. Just keep your knees looking at the ceiling, that's all we're going for. And up, I think that's 3. Over, contract, come down, and up. 4 more. Over, contract, down, and up. Over, contract, down, and up. Over, contract, and down, come up. Last one. Over, contract, down, and up. How good did that feel? Scoot back, push forwards, scoot back, push forwards, scoot back, push forwards. 4 more. Tailbone on the floor, belly button on the floor. Tailbone on the floor, belly button on the floor. 2 more. And 1 more. Oh, how good does that feel? Do a little fall forwards and then press up through your triceps. Again, if you need to bring your legs in narrower, do that. You don't get a gold medal for having them in a straight line. And if you need that so you can come further forwards, then move your legs in. If it feels better to have them wider, then have them wider. Fall forwards, catch yourself with your hands, and then try and press up with just your arms, keeping your elbows tucked into your body. Don't use your back to pull yourself up. Ready? Fall forwards, arms press. Fall forwards, arms press. Fall forwards, arms press. Fall forwards. 4 more. Relax down. Don't break your nose. So I'm turning my head side to side. 1 more. And just while we're here, because these are so good for strengthening your hip flexors and you're crazy warm right now, 1 hand in front, 1 hand behind, engage through the core and lift that leg. I've been lazy with these, I haven't been doing them. Oh my gosh, they have suffered. 4, I'm gonna go for 8, 5, I may not make it, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, have a little roll forwards. No, really, your hips will love you if you do this faithfully. If you slack off and get lazy like I have, they will love you less. 10, if you need to bring the leg a little bit more in front of you, do that. Don't get a gold medal for angles. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Trying not to scream. 4, using my core. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, goals, if that's easy for you, yeah, right. Who's that easy for? Just just in case it is, take your block, make it on its shortest height, so it's flattest, and you can lift and land and back, relax, lift and land and back, relax. And if that's easy, then you make your yoga block a bit taller, right? Lift and back, relax. I'll do 2 to make it even. My body hates me, and I'm not even attempting this thing, whoops, tallest setting, but if you're feeling masochistic, go for your life. Everyone else is just going to roll on the floor and think about all the nice things they've done for their hips. Okay, you'll be happy to hear we are done with straddles. We get to lie on our sides. Amazing. Oh, now if you've got a block and your neck gets a bit twitchy doing this, pillow. How cool an idea is that? I don't really love this. My neck always gets really tense. So if you need to, support your body in some way. Of course, you can just use a regular pillow. I'm just using the thing that's closest, which is a block. All right, we are going to retire your top leg. For me, it's my left. For you, it will probably be your right because you're probably facing me like a mirror. And we're just going to swivel. So up you come, front, side. Try and keep everything else still. That's 2. 3, keep the angle constant. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Retire, développé, and then pull the shoulder, stretch, flex, and lower. Okay, we all got that, right? Retire, pull your knee into your shoulder, then stretch your leg, flex the foot, and lower. Retire, pull the knee in as high as you can, développé, flex, and lower. It's okay if your knee drops, but getting your thigh up as high as you possibly can gives you the best chance of getting your leg up as high as you possibly can. I think that's 3. You'll see that my knee drops a little bit, so I get my knee to my shoulder, but then when I extend, oh yeah, it falls away a little bit. But if I keep lifting my knee, I'm going to give that leg a better chance at increasing its elevation. Okay, so think of leading with the thigh and opening the hip socket. I feel like that's probably 6. If it's not, you can just scream at me because I can't hear you anyway, it's fine. 7, last one. Shoulder, stretch, flex, lower. Okay, now this one's fun. You get to bend your bottom leg and you actually get to engage with the bottom leg. So have a little attempt at pushing down and lifting your hips up. Here's our idea. We're going to lift the top leg, push down with the bottom leg so we lift our hips, and then lower with control. So when we do this, we're working both legs really actively. We're working the rotation and the hip of our bottom leg while we're still stretching and using the inner thigh of the top leg. All right, here we go. Lift it straight, push up, lower with control. Lift it straight, push up, lower with control. You can see this hip lifting, it's on purpose. I'm pushing down with my knee into the floor. Lift up, lift hip, lower down with control. Lift up, hip, lower down with control. Lift up. Hope your glutes are talking to you. Down with control. I think this is 6. I need to work on counting. I'm really bad at this. 7. Helps when there's music. Last one, rise, lift the hip, down with control. All right, last thing. 8 dynamic kicks. That's exactly what it sounds like. 8 nice, quick, brisk. How far are we going in that hip socket? Okay, hands down, push energy into the floor with your front hand. Try and keep this one long and relaxed. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice one. Have a little roll. If you're feeling like you could do a catch and hold, let's do it. Retire, knee to shoulder. Catch your leg wherever it might be. If it's up here, then catch at the shin or at the knee and gently pull it towards you. Push it away from you. Exhale and pull it in towards you. I like flexing. I don't know why. I just do. Pull it away from you again. Try and close your heels together. And then relax and pull it in a little bit further if you can. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, so nice. Guess we better do the other side. I will scoot around on my backside. You can obviously roll over or you can stay facing me, whatever you like better. I'm not in charge of what you do in your house. All right, get your block sorted out. Arm long. Try and make sure that arm stays in line with your body. If it creeps forward, then that's often a good signal that other things are a little bit out of whack. So you want a straight line from toe on the ground to fingers all the way out there. Okay, I have to remember our sequence. Retire, 8 swivels, let's go. Front and 2. Try not to let the leg fall down, make it an active movement with purpose and intention. 5, close, engage, 7, and 8. Lower it down, 8 retire développés. Pull it up, lift the knee, extend, flex, lower. Pull it up, lifting the knee, extend, flex, lower. You can see that my left side is definitely my favorite side. My right side is a bit like, no, I'm the crappy second leg. Not so into this. 5, extend, lower. 6, if you need something to think about pointing through your foot, your ankles working at the same time. We're working out like 5 different things for the price of one, it's great. And last one, knee to shoulder, stretch it up, flex, and lower. Bend your bottom leg so it can push actively against the floor. 8 leg lifts with control. Lift up, push, lower, and down. 2, push, oh my hip's cracked, lower, down. 3, ooh, clicky hip, and down. 4, I'm not loving all this popping, I've got to say. And 5, lift, I'm counting these because I don't want to do any extras. 6, ooh, lower, down. 7, lift, lower, down, and 8. Have a little roll. Okay, 8 dynamic kicks. It's a bit where you just go high hips, we are still friends, everything is fine. Plant your hand, check you're straight, don't let that creep in front. Put something under your head if your neck's getting sore. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, just throw. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're feeling it, take a développé, stretch it up, catch and hold wherever is going to work for you, at the ankle, at the knee, and then pull it in a little bit if you can. Isometric stretch, push away, push your heels together. Inhale, exhale, and pull the leg closer to you. Oh yeah, got a couple extra inches, good-o. Try that again. Inhale and push the leg away, creating tension. Exhale and pull it closer. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I? Oh, like I said, my right side is not my friend. My left side is so much happier with this. All right, let it out. Relax. Have a little kick from side to side. Do whatever feels good for you. Take your child's pose if you would like to relax your back out a little bit, if you're feeling like that's over engaged. If you're feeling tension in your shoulders and staying in a straight line, you can take some scalp shrugs. Ooh. Do some shoulder circles. Go back the other way. All that stuff. All right, on our tummy, we're going to take a froggy. So froggy is like sitting in your plie, but on the floor. I think that's an okay angle. Maybe I'll go this way. All right, you can see both my feet. That's probably more helpful and slightly better than me putting my back to you completely. Okay, so just in froggy, have a little rock and roll. And then when you're feeling balanced and comfortable, we're going to extend one leg out to the side entirely, rock back over the straight leg to stretch that hip a little bit more, and then close it back in. So I'll give you a front view first. I'm in my froggy, everything is fine. I extend one leg, I rock back over it fully, I come forwards and put my knee back on the ground, and then I tuck the leg back in, and then a little loosen out, okay? Extend the leg, rock back over it fully, come forwards, put the knee on the ground, and loosen out. Extend the leg, rock back, come forwards, loosen out, and then one more, extend, go back, come forwards, and loosen out. And then we're going to invert, so you're going to tap the outside, try and put the outside of your ankle on the floor, and close, and rock back. Invert the other leg, and close, and rock back. And you can hopefully feel that this is really engaging through the back of the hip. If you don't feel a bit of a pull there, then you may need to intervene a little bit and manually help your ankle to come closer to the ground. But because we're trying to actively stretch and strengthen, we ideally do that, get the rotation by engaging inside your hip and using those muscles to pull. And a bit of popping is really, really common here as the bubbles in the synovial fluid pop, because you have these little capsules inside your joints, and when the air bubbles go pop, that's what's happening. Or you've got a tendon flicking over, which is usually a bit more painful. All right, have a little rock back and forth on both legs, and we're going to think about doing a slide through. So when you slide through, we're going to start in a straddle, and we're going to take all our body weight forwards and over, go to our tummies and push up to a cobra, and then we're going to go back the other way until we're sitting with our feet together in front of us. I will show you this side on so you can see what I mean. So here I am in my straddle, and there's a couple of ways you can cheat this. Ideally, you just want to go up and over. Okay, if you start twisting to one side or the other, then you can put a bit of extra pressure on one hip, and we don't really want this. So we go as far forward as we can, and then you can use one hand to boost you up and over. Come all the way through to get your tummy on the floor. Close the legs behind you, and then push up to a cobra. Lift the thighs off the floor. Try and get a really thorough stretch through your lower back, and then fold down, legs out to the side as far as you can. I'm wiggling with my feet to get a few extra inches, and then up and over. Walk back to your seated straddle. Close the legs in front of you. And you can just lean back from there and let your lower back round out, sitting up tall. Okay, out to your straddle again. My bare feet are really disliking me on the carpet right now, but I think that's just my own bad luck. Might try for a bit more slide. My pants down. Okay, sliding open. Come through. Up and over. Come to your tummy. Legs close. Cobra up. And exhale, try and melt down. Legs open. Push back as low as you can. Legs coming front. And round out your back. And then forwards again. Open. Slide through. Tummy. Shut. Stretch up. Look at the ceiling. Try and get a complete stretch. Open. Slide back. Those in front. Lean back and round out your spine. Up and over. 2 more. Because we're hardcore, we can totally do this. If you can't, that's okay. Just sit, chill out. You've already done a really nice workout, opening up through your hips. And close. Round out. Last one. Over you go. Close. Push up. And relax. Nice. Just ease out your hips from side to side. And you can roll onto your back. Come into a small ball. Hugging your knees. Take them in circles one way round. And then take them around the other way. And there you have a pretty decent comprehensive warm-up and opening and strengthening for your hip flexors, hamstrings and glutes. Nothing too bulky, nothing too repetitive, but it will really help if you do this a couple of times each week. You'll see big differences in your internal and your external rotation and your ability to hold, turn out and get more flexibility. Catch you on our dance videos.